Welcome to Friday Night Likes. My name is Chris Webb, and in this show I review toy photography from around the web so you can learn how to improve your skills in composition, lighting, posing, scene building, and more. So, very special show this evening. It's been a pretty big week. Toy Fair just was insane. I can't believe how much stuff came out at Toy Fair this week that looks just insane. Usually, you know, every year I see something and I'm like, okay, save a bit of money for that, save a bit of money for that. This year it's just bananas. Check my Facebook page. You'll see a link to all the stuff that's on my rather extensive shopping list for this year. And then, of course, the wonderful thing that happened in Toy Fair this year was Hasbro featured many well-known photographers on Instagram, many of whom I'm featured for the new Black Series line they're releasing for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. There's some absolutely fantastic shots, a few of which I'm going to whip through quickly in this episode just because, yeah, there's just people at the top of their game with what they're doing with photography here. So I'm looking forward to getting into those in a moment. Other reason this is a big week is because I am launching a new photography course this week, which you're looking at the front page of now, Learn Toy Photography. This has literally been 6 months of my life putting this together. This is an online video course. I'm doing obviously a bit of a shameless plug for this quickly before we get into the show. There's 2 editions of this. There's the premium edition, which is about 4 hours of video training, and then there's an elite edition which adds another 3 hours. Sorry, I've got this wrong way around. Premium edition is 3 hours. The elite edition adds another 4 hours, giving you 7 hours of content. Let me show you what this is going to teach you. So this is really everything I know about toy photography condensed into one course. The most important thing, I believe, is the gear you're using. So I dedicate a good chunk of the course just to understanding gear and what you should and shouldn't buy, because I know when I was a beginner, I spent money on a lot of things I didn't need, and I spent money on a lot of expensive things thinking, you know, you need to spend money to take good pictures, and it's not the case. So gear's really, really important, not just what you should spend your money on, but little bits and pieces, gear, things that help you. So whole module on that. Then how your camera works. I go over everything, all the important knobs and buttons, really the only knobs and buttons you need to know about to do anything with, and how you can kind of skip over all the other stuff on your camera that really isn't going to do much for you. So you're going to understand every major concept in photography by the time you've gone through this. Module 2. Module 3 is going to be about how you plan a shot. Module 4 is going to be my favorite topic, all about lighting. 5 is all about toy photography mistakes that you see again and again and again, and I'll show you how to fix these. 6, emulate anything. I'll show you how you can copy any look of any photo you see, and how you can reproduce the same kind of lighting in your shots. That's really module 7, reverse engineering light. So here we're getting into the elite version content. Then there's background ideas. I think there's about 20 odd different background ideas that I've got in this video that you can quickly pull together without needing to build a diorama. So that's really good if you are not skilled at that or don't have the time for it. Module 9, all about composition. I love this one. It's really, really good if you don't know much about composition. And in fact, I take a lot of the ideas from compositions from comic covers, which are superb in terms of, you know, studying composition and seeing how artists put things together and how you can put the same kind of things together in your toy photography. I'm going to whip through this because I know I'm delaying the show a little bit. And then finally, another advanced lighting module. And there's also an ebook where I collate all the best comic covers that I've seen over the last literally 10 years or so, which you can use as a reference. And then finally, with the Elite Edition, there are walkthroughs, workshops of these 6 shots of mine where you see how I've taken and what went into these behind the scenes to pull them all together. So this is the course. There's me. These are testimonials from some guys who've already accessed the course and the feedback they've given me, which is great. And then, yeah, you can purchase this at the bottom of the page. This is on offer this week only. This has got $50 knocked off the price of both. You can grab this until end of Sunday, and then price is going to be set at the normal price. So if you're interested, you can head to this page at learntoyphotography.com, or you can quickly get to it at shoot.toys. Just type shoot.toys in your browser and you'll be there. Okay, that plug went on way longer than I intended it to, so apologies for that, but please check this out. It really is the most extensive thing I've ever done. I've built a lot of online courses in various different industries, and yeah, this one took 6 months, and I'm really, really proud of it. So there we go. Let's get on with the show. First shot by Cool Water 327. Reason I've picked this is fantastic use of outdoor photography and thinking about just pushing the envelope a bit with what you can do with characters and things. And having these riders go through water on horseback is genius. I love it when I see things like this, things where I think I just never would have thought of that. You know, people take toys outside, they put them in sand, they put them next to rocks, that kind of thing on top of a mountain. But having the smarts to actually think, you know what, I'm actually going to put these guys directly in the water. And most importantly, it's completely believable. The thing I really, really love about this shot is these guys look like they are in scale to the environment. So there's nothing about this shot that makes me think these are tiny toys and, you know, there's massive trees and things behind them. They look like they're full size and they're there. Really, really important thing if you want to do this type of thing is getting your camera low. Now, remember these are toys, so they're pretty small. I don't know what scale these figures are, but this guy has probably got his camera just above water or very, very close to it, which is a risky thing to do. There's a lot of people who aren't getting their camera low enough on ground, let alone water. So to pull this shot off, he's taken a risk, I think, with the camera and got a really great shot as a result. So that's why this one is first this week. Next up is this great shot by Carlos here. Simple reason I've picked this is the blood. Quite simply, I mean, without the blood, he's got everything going on this needs. You've got the crazy killer back here. Who is this? I'm not sure who the character is. Forgive me. Clearly, he's not going to be doing this guy any favors in front. You've got your whole stretcher, kind of a Saw film set atmosphere here. But this blood splatter is genius because it's small, it's got the right color, you know, there's dabbles of darker bits and runoff. This is not easy to do at such a small scale, but it just adds so much to this picture in telling you what a threat this guy is and what danger this guy's about to face. Lighting, atmosphere, all on point. Yeah, really like this pick. So next up, we're going to get into 3 of the HasbroToyPic photos that some of the guys took for Toy Fair this week. They were all fantastic. Really, really great. It could easily make 4 shows just of these photos. So very, very hard picking 3 that I liked. But, you know, with the show, I'm trying to pick stuff out that's got some kind of technique or skill used in the photo that I can talk about. So it's not necessarily that these 3 are my favorites or I think they're the best, but these are 3 that stood out in terms of their use of techniques that I think you can learn a little bit from in each case. So first shot from Dark Side Since 77, who has been featured on the show before. Obviously, great Photoshop work with the lightsabers there, integrated very well. He's using the GTP space walls. There's this round thing up the back, which I don't know if that's new. I know they've got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out this year. I guess it is. I hadn't seen it before. It certainly looks great. He's even gone and trashed the wall of one of the segments here, unless that's Photoshop. It looks pretty real to me. I may be wrong. And obviously that's supposed to indicate where one of the sabers has struck the wall. Very cool. The thing I really like most about this is the way he set up the ceiling lighting, which is exactly the same as a lot of the sets in, I don't think so much New Hope, but certainly Jedi had this pattern of kind of black, then light, then black, then light. And what that does is create this amazing reflection effect, which he's got going on in Vader's helmet, because Vader's black helmet's completely reflective. It's effectively spherical, so it picks up all those lights that will be carrying along across this scene that he set up, and you're seeing those all reflected in here, and it just makes this figure completely pop out of the scene. Really, really nice work. Next up, another one from Glowworm Photo, whose work I hadn't seen till this week because I was looking at all the guys who were featured. He's got some great shots, as of course do everyone I feature every week, but I love this one of Leia and R2. Very iconic scene, Tantive 4, her popping those Death Star plans in him straight after Rogue One, and he's made the set here of the Tantive 4. He's got those corridors, I guess bulkheads, great framing. You know, you've got a frame within a frame within a frame, and then finally a frame behind them, and bang, those two in the middle, beautifully lit, smoke, red lights, great, fantastic work. And then finally this one by Plastic Action, which, my God, there's so much going on in this. If you read the description of what he said about this, was shot at the same location they filmed Return of the Jedi for the Tatooine Sarlacc scene. Now, I don't know what country that's in. I've got the making of Return of the Jedi. I'll have to check it out. But look at what's going on. You've got all this sand, and then he's got this diorama he's built of Lars Homestead. He's got a weather vane. I've got one of these. Hasbro sold them. He's popped that in the back, and there are no footprints. So he's very, very carefully set this up so this whole scene looks believable, and you know, you haven't seen him trample over there and pop that in there. Photoshop work with the suns. Obviously there's not two suns in the sky, so at least one of these, I suspect both, are photoshopped in, but that doesn't matter. And then beautiful lighting on the figures here as well. This is a lovely shot. The atmosphere. He's going to have got up first thing in the morning, gone there last thing at night. This classic outdoor photography. Landscape photographers get out either first thing in the morning or last thing at the end of the day, so they can capture sunrises, sunsets. It's the best light, gives you the best photos like this. You can't do this sort of thing in the middle of the day. So a lot of commitment to pull off this shot. I've not got it full size here, but if you see this full size on the screen, it's a really, really fantastic picture, and well deserved to be one that was featured. So that's it for this week. We will return to normal service next week. Apologies for my big pitch at the start, but I really believe in this product. I've put a lot of my time into it, so please do check it out. Again, the address is learntoyphotography.com, or you can just go to shoot.toys to check it out. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Head to ToyShooter.com to join our newsletter and get my free guide to toy photography. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube using the link below. When you subscribe, look for this option to be notified whenever we upload new tutorials. Otherwise, videos will probably get lost in your feed here on YouTube. To see my work on Instagram, you can follow our account at instagram.com/WeShootToys, where you'll also find some exclusive behind-the-scenes videos. You can also get regular news and updates from our Facebook page at facebook.com/ToyShooter. As with YouTube, you can get notified whenever I upload news or photos by clicking on that like button arrow, then selecting all notifications. You can always change this later if I'm posting more cool stuff than you can handle. Here are all those links again. See you next time.